VCR Party Live. VCR Party Live. At the end of the 20th century, a scientist saw a killer comet on its way. He filmed instructions for its destruction over a second-hand VHS tape, but then was hit by a Winnebago. So his assistants Nick and Joe must search every corner of his drone for the cassette that is only home. But in the meantime, they'll play the greatest hits they find. VCR Party Live. VCR Party Live. And Melinda's.
Well, hello,
Melinda's.
Welcome to VCR Party.
Hey,
I'm
everybody.
And there's George and there's Steve. And I'm in the office with 11,000 VHS tapes. And we're trying to watch all of them. And boy, oh boy, this is a fun show. I'm excited about this show. I can't wait to get to my clips.
Action-packed. Yeah. I'm excited about we had some people remix a jingle that's going to be great. We're going to play a bunch of different remixes of that. And I wanted to start off with a Found Footage Festival classic.
You caught me with my pants down, but no one sells carpet or waterbeds for less.
I wanted to start off with that. I don't know if you guys did, but something that
Maybe we could just go in the other room while you do it. If you want to, if you
Sure,
want some alone time here.
This is for me. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, so I, as we speak, we're pre-recording this, but as we speak, I'm in Asheville, North Carolina, taking a little vacation. And Joe, you're going to be there, I think, the week after. And it's the source of The Club, which is, I think, from volume 6 of our show, a legendary home movie that aired as a public access show in the Raleigh area. And we got this from our buddy Skip Elsheimer, who's from AV Geeks. And this is just, I mean, it's legendary, but we often think about it. And the reason it was on my mind is because Skip said, hey, the lady who recorded this off TV found 30 more minutes of The Club. And so he hasn't digitized it yet, but I thought we'd revisit some of the original footage.
And that's where I'm going to be next week, as I'm going out to Raleigh to get the tape from Skip, and we want to do a little mini documentary. We want to find out. We want to go to the woods that he went to. Maybe I'll bring a stick back with me from those same woods. We want to knock. Yeah. He has an address in there. We want to knock on the door. I'm a little scared to do that, but knock on the door, see if he's there. And maybe go to that bar where he brought The Club to. A lot of plans.
For those who haven't seen it,
the club.
What's that?
What if the club is like wedged in the door so you can't open it?
Oh,
man. Are you going to take the club?
I would take the club, but maybe it's like a sword in the stone. It'd be like the club in the door that Yeah.
No one can lift it. Yeah, for those who haven't seen it, it's a guy in rural North Carolina who finds a piece of driftwood in near a lake, and then it becomes convinced that it is a prehistoric weapon. He calls it the club. He made a leather sheath for it so as not to get his finger oils over it. He usually handles it while wearing socks over his hands to not let the oils get into it. And here's a little cut down, some greatest hits of The Club.
Here it is. Here it is. I didn't go out hunting it. I didn't go out looking for it. I don't even hardly believe it's still myself, but right here it is. Let's go worldwide TV. Forget cable, forget national TV. Let's go worldwide satellite. It's a trip. That club's plumb awesome. It's plumb awesome. It's plumb awesome.
Even in that beautiful sunset, he's not thinking about the beauty of that. He's thinking about the club.
He's in love with this club.
Like he really is.
I wonder if he's married the club since this video's been made. Maybe he's married the club.
Steve, you worked on a reality show, didn't you, about people marrying objects? Or
it was, yes.
Okay.
I wish we knew him then.
Steve, you've worked on like 92% of reality shows, haven't you?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If they're about to be canceled, then I've worked on them.
Some legacy.
Here's Luckily, we can't. This show can't be canceled. It would have been a long time ago. Then he retires back to his home after that. The sun sets.
You might start thinking that this old boy ain't so crazy after all. There's them crazy stooges. Something about that club. Something about that old bat. This
That's his
thing
address
is just
right there.
simply amazing. The thing is simply awesome. But this thing is just simply amazing. It is simply awesome. This thing is for real, I'm telling you. It's simply amazing. It is plumb simply awesome. It's simply, I can't get over that handle. It is plumb simply awesome. You know? Plumb simply awesome. Well, I look forward to hearing from you. Look forward to interviewing you. I can't wait to amaze your eyes. I'm serious.
Joe, maybe next week your eyes can be amazed. He'll show you the club.
It looked like it was Durham, which isn't far from Raleigh. I'm going to stay with Skip, and then we're going to travel to Durham. We're going to go to that address on there. It's hard to read that, so we're going to have to do some,
Enhance
for forensic work. Yeah, no, I'm excited. I want some goddamn answers so bad. And also, the dollar sign started cha-chinging in my eyes because I had an idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go there. I'm going to bring back a bunch of sticks. I'm going to load up my car with sticks from the same forest. Then I'm going to learn how to sew and sew a sheath for each one of those sticks. Okay, you with me? You got your ears on? And then
step 2 is learn how to sew, right? Step 1 is get the sticks.
That's
step
the hard
2,
part.
learn how to sew. Okay.
That's the hardest part. Then
Okay.
my other plan is when we send these, we'll put them for sale up. We'll put them for sale up on our website. And then when people order them, they'll come with a sock so that they can they'll come with one sock with a stick in a sheath, and we'll sell for like, I don't know. What do you think? Like $200? I mean, these things will amaze your eyes.
I mean, yeah, they're all clubs. They're just like mini clubs, you know.
Mini clubs. That's what we'll call them. Mini clubs.
Yeah.
We'll sell
Simply Awesome special.
Yes, we'll sell sticks to our viewing audience. Is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be selling them sticks
because we love you. Speaking of selling, Steve, what do you got going on? I can't quite make out what's behind you.
So this week we're selling out for Bad Brain. It's an independent feature film written and directed by Greg DeLizzo.
He was on. He was on 2 weeks ago.
When a bad brain slips into our reality from an alternate dimension, all hell breaks loose. A stranded teen and her Lassie-esque fur child, Matthew, hitchhike their way to LA. So this is it. He's started a Indiegogo, and he's looking for hopefully some people to help contribute so he can make this film. I know that he has experience making some other films that you guys are familiar with. This is on the SLP, I believe.
Hectic Knife, Psycho Ape. He makes truly independent movies. He makes them all himself. He does it on the fly. He gets a ragtag cast together to make these movies, and he's doing an Indiegogo. And Nick and I, we tossed money in so that we could be producers on this. And he was on 2 weeks ago, and he talked about the project and all. It's ridiculous. This movie's absolutely ridiculous, and they're just gory, and they're stupid, and they're funny. And I think he said that somebody reached out to him, Melinda reached out to him and said, I want to be in that movie really bad. And he's going to fly out there to be in the movie. So, and Greg's open to that. Greg's like, that's great. Yeah, come on out. I'll write a part for you. So it's truly independent. Help support Greg and his movie, and help support Melinda's to help us.
Yes. And you can go to Indiegogo and search Bad Brain Independent Movie, or you can look for him on Facebook or reach out and let him know if you want to order a copy of any of his previous films, which are also on SLP as well.
And you should. They're ridiculous movies, but they're a lot of fun. So yeah.
I was going to say our recurring segment on the show is called This Week in Flying Windows, the trope where windows would fly past to tell you what was coming up in the video. And we got one from, speaking of Melinda's and supporting them and them supporting us, Wayne, our regular viewer, sent this one in.
Wayne has provided most flying windows at this point. It should be Wayne Presents This Week in Flying Windows. Have you found any
I'm
yourself?
Open to it.
You found any yourself, actually, Nick?
Yes, and other people send them in, but Wayne sends, well, last week, for example, the splatter, the insane splatter film one.
No, somebody sent that one in. Somebody sent that one in.
Well, right, but it wasn't Wayne, is what I'm saying. So I don't know.
My question was, have you ever actually found a flying window?
Yes, I have.
When was that?
Yeah. I can't recall at this time.
Yeah, I can't either. No.
Right.
Anyway.
All right. But this was a 1993 subway training video that the whole video is pretty good, but there are flying windows in it. So it's two birds with one stone. Here we go.
Customers. They're old and young, male and female, and every business owner wants them, including you.
Bordered and beveled? Are they beveled? They look,
It's
they look
too-
a
it's-
little
yeah.
3D.
It's a little too grainy to see, yeah. But I like them so far. They're just kind of classic, fine windows.
First and cus-
And they started off with customers.
That sounds like something from a T-shirt, like bordered and beveled at spring break. You know?
Bordered and beveled at Senior Frogs.
A tank top.
Customers. They're old and young, male and female,
Customers.
and
Who
every
needs 'em?
business owner wants them, including
Webster's
you.
Dictionary
As
defines
the
them as.
fast food arena becomes more competitive, you must work
You got a
even harder
diagonal
to
one, and it's
maintain
moving.
expand
Oh,
your
you had a
store's
double
current
down.
customer base.
Yeah, the image was moving within the.
Even harder
Oh, was
to
it?
maintain and expand
Whoa,
your store's
same,
current
yeah.
customer base. Providing a great
Look at that
tasting
one.
product is not enough. In fact, it's only the
Industrial Light
beginning.
and Magic.
I've never been here before. What do you recommend?
What's in a Subway Club? How far in advance do I have to order a 6-foot sub?
What do you think of the haircut there? Is that flock of seagulls? That's
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
I'm having a get-together on Sunday. Can I order 20 sandwiches to pick up then?
Every day, customers will ask you all kinds of
Stupid
questions about
questions.
Subway's products as they order.
Sure turned into a nice day out there.
Yeah, it's a lot warmer out there than
Joe, I
they predict.
included this just for you, this scene, because it's pure tedium, but this is their example of how to make good conversation with a customer.
I liked it so
So-
far.
This is tedium in a nutshell.
Sure turned into a nice day out there.
Yeah, it's a lot warmer out there than they predicted. It's great weather to play softball.
You play softball? What team you on?
I play on my company's team, Acme International.
Really good friend of mine plays on that team. His name's Martin. I think he's a pitcher.
Yeah, he
That's
is.
me.
He is. He's been doing a great job this year.
Really? He keeps trying to get me out for a game, but never seem to make it.
Yeah, we have a good time out there.
Yeah, softball's a lot of fun.
This is fantastic.
So, quite a
It's a
sandwich.
porno.
Yeah.
What a sandwich.
There's a long silence. Then, so, quite a sandwich. Yeah, softball's a lot of fun.
I wanted her to ask him what Martin's ERA is this year or something like that. What's his ERA? It's a 3.17. He's doing pretty good.
But that statistic is a little outdated. All right, here we go.
Yeah, we have a good time out there.
Yeah, softball's a lot of fun.
You don't do
So,
improv, do
quite a
you?
sandwich.
Yeah.
Okay, what size drink would you like today?
I think I'll have a large.
You never know who's going
large.
to call your store. It could be a secretary ordering lunch for the office, someone who wants a BMT to go, or
Somebody
someone
who
who's
wants DMT to go? What? What?
That's what Subway used to sell. Yeah.
Oh,
That's the old Subway.
office, someone who wants a BMT to go, or someone who's interested in party items. Or
If you
maybe
know
it's
what I
even
mean.
Subway's founder, DeLuca, asking how things are going. Then again, maybe not. The point is, it really doesn't matter if you
What?
can't see who's on the other end of the line.
They're trying to be
Callers are
funny.
customers.
That was my most favorite concert of all time. That music was so loud I could feel it.
No wonder the radio's so loud. He's probably deaf.
No, you missed a great show, even though our seats were so hot.
Does he even know I'm here?
So what are you doing on Saturday night?
Doesn't he have any questions about
Gotta
softball?
get back to work soon. Excuse me.
No, he's doing it the wrong
Really?
way.
Excuse me.
I gotta go. I'll call you back later.
You now know the basics of how to provide excellent service for Subway's customers. Your
One last
store owner or
flying-
manager will
flying
give you
window,
additional
flipping window.
instructions on the specific rules of your store. Just remember, whenever you serve customers, imagine you
What?
can trade places with them. Then, act as you would like to be treated.
What do you think about those khakis?
I loved them. Some solid cacks
Perfect
right
length.
there. Some
Yeah.
sweet cacks.
Be treated.
There it is.
Doctor's
1993 Subway trading video.
That's a
Softball's
good
a
one.
lot of fun. Yeah,
That's a
so
good
thanks.
one. Nice work.
Thanks. Wayne
Wayne.
presents this week in Flying Windows.
Wow, that was really good. I want to watch that whole thing. I want to hear that conversation
good.
several times. Yeah.
It's good.
Very cool. What else we got here?
Well, there's the big announcement is that the Chop and Steel documentary. So for those who've been following us for a while, you know that we went on local news shows is a strongman duo called Chop and Steal, and we got sued for it. Many of you were kind enough to donate to the GoFundMe to help keep VCR Party and Found Footage Festival afloat while we had to pay for legal fees. And throughout this process, there were two filmmakers, the guys who made Winnebago Man, who were following us. And we can now finally announce that the film is finished and it will be premiering at the Tribeca Film Festival, Robert De Niro's Tribeca Film Festival on Friday, June 10th. That's the opening night.
That's opening night.
8:30.
We're on opening night at Tribeca. I mean, that's pretty huge.
Prime time.
Right? Yeah.
8:30. And then it plays again the next night, and then the following weekend, the Saturday, we'll be doing Q&As on those.
And in the opening credits, it's going to say in association with the Melindas, because the Melindas help chip in, and whenever the Melindas help chip in, we fight to get that credit at the top of movies. So I'm hoping, like, in the run of VCR Party, like, the Melindas produce so many movies. Like, we could produce this new one, but from Greg, the Melindas present this in association with the Melindas. Just like, we're a force.
We'll be the next, like, Amblin or whatever, the big shingles you see before movies. It'll be the Melinda's Present.
Melinda's Present will go before the Amblin because we're more important.
Now I have an exclusive. We can't give away too much about the movie, but I have an exclusive. They commissioned, the filmmakers Bernd and Ben. They commissioned a musician, this guy Richie. The group's called Rainbows Are Free, to write an original song called VCR Party about this show. And there's no video to go along with it, but I just kind of set it to the intro and added some stuff. So here's the exclusive. Nothing will ever replace George's song, of course.
No, we don't need George's anymore. Let's throw it in the trash can. We got a new one. Yeah.
But in lieu of better editing, here's just our intro with that new song, part of it.
Alright, it's a VCR, it's a VCR party tonight. Hang out all night long, watching tapes until dawn. Getting drunk, smoking skunk. It's a VCR party tonight. VCR, 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 VCR. It's a VCR party tonight. Time to watch our favorite tape. Frisbee fuckers, Harvey Sid Fisher, new bowling party. It's a VCR party tonight. Nothing for Christmas, the booby hatch, and little whiskers. It's a VCR party tonight. It's a VCR party tonight.
Yeah, that's
very cool.
The Rainbows Are Free, hard rock and punk rock VCR Party Tonight song. That'll be in the movie.
So. I like it a lot. So George, are you gonna sue Nick for using that video that you made with a different song?
I gave you guys the copyright to the song, both the song to that and Saturday Morning Cartoons and the intros. In perpetuity, they belong to you guys.
I was kind of hoping you would sue us so that they'd make another documentary about that lawsuit. Yeah, but oh well. All right, should we get to some raviolis?
Let's show us your raviolis.
Come on, let's see your raviolis. Show us 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 your raviolis.
I see a lot on the outline here, Joe. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I mean, I just have two, but actually, no, I kept adding to it. So yeah, no, you're right. I do have a lot on here.
Okay.
All right. So, well, let me start with this one before I get to my long walk, my super long walk. This is last week we had on Mike Sachs, and we were playing some book videos. If you haven't seen that episode, go back. He showed us books, and we showed him videos that are books and just related to books. But I never got a chance to show the You're in Good Health book edition. Because that was one thing that we had. We showed this on the EP mode for $10 and up patrons. You can watch our Thursday night show. We watch all of this documentary called You're in Good Health. Here it is right here. And it's all about people who like drink piss and rub piss on their body and inject piss into their arms. And what else do they do with? Oh, they give themselves enemas with piss. They love piss.
All the usual things. Yeah.
And this guy did a documentary about him, and we found out, I think that the way that he found a lot of the people to be in this, a lot of the talking heads in this documentary is they were authors of books about piss. So you see a lot of books in here about piss. So this is kind of the book edition, but like for people who, we've shown this montage in the past, but this has some deep cuts in here that you might not have seen. So here is a You're in Good Health book edition.
If you're drinking your own urine, it's good to drink fresh urine.
All over the world, throughout history, urine has been one of the most commonly used medicinals ever.
That evolved.
That
By the
logo.
way, that logo is so great. Look at the O is a glass of piss.
The little boy is, I'm not sure, somewhere.
Is it half full or half empty?
Well, you have to watch the documentary.
You think that's the first time an O has ever been replaced by a glass of piss?
A half-filled glass of piss, yes.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
Maybe on a band flyer, a G.G. Allen band flyer. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Used medicinals ever.
That evolved sometime around 3,500 years ago on the subcontinent of India. One of the earliest scripture.
I mean, isn't that the greatest? That should be clip art, shouldn't it? That should be like in a clip art, right?
Clip art. That should be the man.
For like piss collection. Like if you type that in keyword, that comes up.
Earliest scripture
should be at the Met.
In the Indian tradition dealing with urine therapy was the Dharma Tantra.
You get somebody who's way into Jesus, they're going to have a hard time with this, but I'm way into Jesus too. I think Jesus was an incredible person. But I also feel that he did urine therapy.
Thousands and thousands and thousands of life-giving constituents are contained in urine.
It works as a vaccination. It contains a whole bunch of antibodies and antigens.
I like that he says a whole bunch of antibodies. Sounds like a real doctor, right? A whole bunch of.
Yep. They always use the little peeing boy statue too, it seems.
They love that one. Yeah.
A whole bunch of antibodies and antigens.
What do I tell some of my followers?
That's good graphic design right there, isn't it?
Powerful.
Yeah.
Yep.
As soon as they get to the hotel,
Yep, black on yellow.
of course. As soon as they get to the hotel, ask the healthiest looking bellboy for a drop of his urine. Because he already...
Did you hear that? When you get to a hotel at a place, you ask for the healthiest looking bellboy for a drop of his urine. Nick, like for $100, would you actually do this? Would if I gave you $100?
That's the incontinental breakfast.
Hey-o, that's
a good one.
Oh wow, that is good.
Nick, would you do it for $100 just to ask the healthiest looking?
No, because I would be arrested. I would be arrested or kicked out of the hotel at the very least.
You could do it in a way where you just be like, hey, this is going to sound weird, but it's actually for health benefits. Is it possible for me to get just like a drop of your urine? Just like you just put it into this little cup here.
If I put it that way, I don't see how they could be mad.
No, but if you don't do it in a gross pervy way.
Yeah. Excuse me, Jeremy, is it? Hi. Yeah. No, I don't need help with the bags. I'm actually just wondering. You look like a healthy gentleman. I'm just wondering. This is gonna sound kooky, but do you, for health benefits only, could I just have some of your urine to drink, not no weird, like not in a sex thing,
not injecting it, or
no, just to drink, just for health benefits only.
I think $100. That'd be. He might say no, but who cares? I mean, you get $100 either way. Yes or no, you get $100.
I'm broke, but I'm not that broke.
Okay.
Develop resistance against the microbes in the area.
Either because where it emanates from is a sexual or perceived as a sexual part of the body. And we've had so many years of entrenchment.
I want a pool bird. Wouldn't that be great to have a pool bird?
You need a pool first.
I need a pool first, then I need a pool bird.
Get your ducks in a row.
I could probably get the pool bird first. Like I can afford that right now. I'll get the pool bird first, actually, because I can afford that.
Okay.
To the contrary.
So get a pool bird, get a pool.
Then get a pool.
If you would talk about golden shower and drinking urine in that context, it seems almost that is more accepted.
Like with me, I have written books on urine therapy. They still call me the pee lady.
The diseases are rampant.
They still call me the pee lady.
Our physicians have failed us, and they don't know.
If you have a burn area and you put it into
Nick, for my birthday next year, we're getting those pee shoes, and you're filling them up with your own pee.
Oh, the Eurofeet?
Just get the young guy working the counter to fill them.
Seriously, Nick, what's up with the elf that's wearing them too? Like,
the Grinch.
Is that a leprechaun? That's
you'll never catch me
with my Eurofeet.
That's the Green Goblin.
Nick,
you'll never get my Eurofeet, Spider-Man.
Okay, Nick, for my birthday, you could either ask the healthiest looking bellboy for a drop of his urine, or you can wear the Eurofeet.
Holiday Inn Express. Or wear the Eurofeet? I'll wear the Eurofeet.
Like Sioux Falls. Will you? You'll wear for the whole episode of the show with your own piss. We have to see the piss going into the Eurofeet so that we know that.
Sure, that's something we could show on YouTube. Sure, yeah.
The glove and you urinate in the glove, you are creating an artificial incubator.
Internally, that starts by drinking, just from homeopathic and a few drops up till drinking all of it.
She's putting piss in her ears. She's putting piss in her ears right now.
Then you can also use it as drops for ears and eyes.
With sinuses, you have to sniff it.
You can take urine and boil it and breathe the vapors. The only thing is that your house may smell a little bit.
To your health. My urine just brewed earlier.
Pool bird's going to town on its wing.
You see that wince? There's kind of a wince at the end of it. It wasn't like like a satisfied
It's got a wonderful. It seems to have spilled. It seems to have spilled a drop on his chest too.
Oh, is that what he's looking at too?
I think so. Yeah. Brock?
I don't want to tread in your deep
Or Nick, the other thing you can do for my birthday is you can put your nose right up to that guy's mouth and have him exhale after he takes a swig of his own piss.
With or without Pool Bird?
With Pool Bird.
If Pool Bird's there, I'll do that one. If Pool Bird's there, I'll do that one. And if I can take a little dip.
Yeah. So, oh man, I got to write down all these things for your birthday, for my birthday stuff.
Yeah. Well, go to Eurofeet.com. Support the Melindas and support us.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is called Eurofeet, and what this is, it's you fill it up with urine, and it's supposed to be good for your feet. You keep them in there, and
it's got the little green legs behind Steve.
Yeah. I got another deep cut. So a woman who worked at GTE, the phone company, I think in 2006, like very early in the life of Found Footage Festival, sent us this tape and said, I need it back. I have to give it back to my workplace. There's a training video called Adventures in Customer Courtesy. And strangely, the cover of it had a little goblin man on it. And we never really included it in a show because it felt like it could never really live up to the cover.
We showed the cover in shows.
Yeah.
In our
did.
VHS cover slideshow, we've shown that. Yeah.
Yeah. But I did digitize the tape before I sent it back to her. So I thought, you know what? It's time 15 years later, whatever it is, to actually show some of the footage. So here's a little bit of Adventures in Customer Courtesy. And what an adventure this will be.
Left her standing there?
Yeah, I had to pick her up myself.
Oh, I bet she was really ticked.
No, she wasn't ticked at all.
Really? Well, I would have been ticked. How does she stay so calm?
I don't know. She does this thing she started as a kid. She touches her temples and says, "Gweezy yummy." It seems to calm her down. I never understood it.
Gweezy yummy. Oh, that's pretty weird.
This is like McSee, the McDonald's training video, where they're inventing their own mythology.
Yeah.
They had to get cute. Gweezy.
According to your records, we were waiting for you to tell us which service plan you wanted.
I already did that.
I'm sorry, sir. It's not reflected here. Which plan did you want?
The same as the old one.
All right. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Just get it turned on.
Come on, you guys. Go easy on me today, will you?
I think they're using Dorf technology here.
Definitely.
And you get it? Guiziani is go easy on me. It's for customer service reps.
I didn't get that. Yeah.
Yeah, there's Dorf.
No, I think they got ILM.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I must be losing my mind.
Are you all right?
Did you see this big mosquito?
No, I didn't.
Well, there was this.
That is to say,
it was right.
Heck, please.
Yeah. Why do you change your mind?
How?
Well, because you're basically conscientious and you really care about your customers.
So what am I doing wrong?
Well, for one thing, you're not being you.
What do you mean?
Have you ever listened to yourself with your customers? You're pretty lifeless.
I'm being professional.
Not as far as your customers are concerned. To them, it's cold and indifferent. And it makes them feel that you don't really care about them or their problems. And so they don't believe anyone is actually tending to their needs.
You know, you really have been nice.
Doesn't this guy look like Jack Rebney?
Oh, he
I
does.
included him there.
And his voice does, and he has the tie and everything.
Yeah.
I wonder if it is
So
him. Could that be him?
She's learned her lesson from the leprechaun, and he's complimenting her now.
You know, you really have been nice. So I'd like to put in a nice word for you to your supervisor. Now, if you don't mind transferring me, Joni.
Thanks, Mr. Bauer. I'd be happy to. Here you go. Oh, yes! Kirby!
Oh.
Kirby?
She was falling in love with him.
Hey, where'd you go? I wanted to thank you. Dang! Oh.
I have a leprechaun. Yeah. So that was Adventures in Customer Courtesy finally unveiled.
I have the cover here. If you want to, this is what got us really excited about that. Can you see it there?
Yeah, there it is. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Look at that cover though. Like what? I mean, and plus, like, I don't know. You're kind of a professional working a job, and they're making you watch this video with a leprechaun in it. You know, like, I don't know.
Yeah. That's what I always think about. You're in some like depressing break room as the person who has to handle all the angry customer calls. And then you have to watch that.
Oh.
You hear the neon sign, you hear the neon light buzzing above you.
Oh boy. Yeah. Insult to injury. All right, good stuff.
I like to imagine that the leprechaun had its feet in Eurofeet as well.
Right. Yeah. Hey, George, you're into health, right? Aren't you into health stuff? Are you into health stuff?
Yeah, sure.
Well, you're into like preventative like stuff, right? Have you ever considered like urine therapy at all? Have you ever?
No, not in the least. It seems like it's a byproduct the body is trying to expel for a reason, and I would think that putting it in my eyeball is not necessarily to my benefit.
Okay. Yeah, I figured
that. One time we were in a hotel together, you asked that bellboy for his urine.
That was for something else. Joe's birthday is next year. I'm preparing already.
I can't wait. I can't wait. All right. So here's my long walk. So what was it? It was last summer. Eric from Answer Phone. He has a Tumblr page called, it was like Answer Phone, one word, .tumblr.com or whatever it is. It's easy to find. Just do Answer Phone Tumblr. And he collects answering machine tapes, like audio answering machine tapes. And Nick and I will do this too. We'll go to, when we're at thrift stores, we'll find an answering machine and we'll take the tape out of it. And we have a huge box of them. Eric was here last summer. I gave him all of our answering machine tapes so that he could use it for his page. But he showed me one that was so good. And it's this phone call. You guys had answering machines, I would assume. You guys know how these things work. Normally it would pick up, people would leave a message, but sometimes you would pick up too late and it would already start recording. So it would record some of your conversations sometimes. That's what happened with this one here. And the reason I'm playing this is because Temple sent an email and said, I thought Joe might be particularly interested in this. While enjoying a vintage episode of Password Plus, the game show, recorded with original commercials as aired on GSN in the 1990s. So Temple's watching a retro show on like 1990s tape. Temple was watching this Password Plus. I heard a familiar voice during a commercial for the scooter store. It was the voice of the old woman with explosive diarrhea. So that's what we're going to listen to. It's from Password Plus. Let's just watch the original video that I played, and then I'll dive back into Temple's email here.
I want to say that this video is real too. The message is real. You added the clip art, but people they didn't believe that this was a real call, but this was.
That bugged me so much, because how could anybody write this phone call? It's impossible to write this and to cast this kind of. I think it's because the voice sounds so weird. And it's also, they're probably like, why would anybody record this phone conversation? Well, that's how answering machines worked. That's the answer to that.
Yeah.
All right. Here's an actual answering machine tape with my Google images put over it.
Isn't there a plug-in or something?
I never looked at it because they just hooked it up for me. And, you know, I was going to tell you about my experience on Friday.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, well, the lady was going to go to Cub shopping and then to Walmart. So she took me to Walmart, and she said, I'll pick you up in an hour because I have to go to Cub.
Right.
So they had azaleas there for a good price, so I was looking at them and picking them out. And then I hurried and got my stuff, and I started to sort of get my diarrhea.
Oh, no.
So I had to run in the store a couple times. But anyway, I was sitting on the bench waiting for her. So I thought I seen her car pull up. So I kind of looked, and she seen me looking, you know. So she rolled down the window and motioned for me. So I had 2 carts. So I tried to get out with my carts. When she seen I had 2 carts, she helped me. Well, that ain't the story. Anyway, I got home. And then the diarrhea really hit me at 3. So I was sick, and then I thought, well, I'm going to get in my nightgown, get all ready for bed, and I went to bed, and I had got the television in my bedroom, so I put that on and was looking at it, and all of a sudden, I thought, my good Lord, did I poop in the bed? So I flies out of bed and runs in the bathroom. And I was shocked. My bathroom, or my nightgown, was full of red blood. And after I got done going on the toilet, I looked, and it was just all bright red blood. The whole water was full of blood. So then I grabbed a towel and put between my legs. I didn't know what to do, so I run to the phone. Anyway, I got my scattered rugs in the bedroom, blood all over everything. So then Judy panicked, so I didn't know what to do, so I called Gary. And then he was in the middle of having Darren's birthday party. So he says, gee whiz, he says, are you bleeding bad? And I says, well, yeah, it's running down my legs. And he says, call Judy right away, have her come over. So then he hung up, so then the phone rings back. He told Debbie what was happening, that's his wife. So he says, Debbie and Tracy's on their way over, have you got the door unlocked? So they...
And that's the end of the tape. That's where it ends, right there.
Oh man! So,
cliffhanger. We know that it's a
Gary really
end.
passed the buck.
He really did.
He really passed the buck on that one.
It was his son Darren's birthday party. I mean, what do you want him to do? Leave Darren's birthday party? That's going to ruin Darren's forever. So anyway, Temple requested this. Said Temple was watching Password Plus, heard a voice that sounded like that old lady's voice, and thought that's got to be the old lady. And Temple said, I'm really just looking, it could have been any old lady's voice, but I'm really looking for a reason to revisit Joe's brilliant stock image slideshow that went with the recording. Absolutely one of the best laughs I've had in a long time. This is all Temple. This isn't me. But then Temple adds, Joe's not all bad at the end of it.
Okay.
Like, it was like a lot of compliments.
Tempers his praise.
Joe's not all bad. Anyway, Temple sent the commercial that aired with Password Plus. It's for the scooter store. Remember the scooter store?
Yeah.
And listen to the old lady's voice in the scooter store commercial. Here's our update.
Hi, I'm Dan Weston. If you're living with limited mobility, a new power chair from the scooter store could help you regain your independence.
When Stacy called, the young lady from the store, she told me that it was all taken care of, and I said, well, how much is it going to cost? She said, absolutely nothing to you.
Call the scooter store today.
What do you think? Could it have been?
It's close. It's close. I think a careful scrutiny is the lady in the diarrhea call. She uses present tense verbs. So she says, so I says to the lady, I says, but the lady in the scooter store said. So I think that's the only discrepancy.
But the lady in the scooter store, she had a director there coaching her, saying like, no, that's not normally how people talk, or that's not how you should talk on TV. You can talk like that on your phone conversations, but don't talk like that on my scooter store commercial.
I think the phone call was 10 years later.
What?
There was a passage of time. It wasn't like the next day that she went from the scooter to the hospital. I think like 10 years passed, and then she had the medical issue. I think it's the same person, but over time.
Oh, okay. And that maybe her voice
got a little squeakier.
It's reverse puberty is what it is. It's reverse puberty. Because normally your voice goes from squeaky to deep, but she's going through reverse puberty where it goes from squeaky to even squeakier. Steve, you with me?
It's possible.
I hear you. I don't think it's the same person, but I do think we should continue to search for this woman so that way we can show the world who had this terrible affliction.
I really doubt that the amount of blood in that story, I really doubt, Steve. Don't hold your breath. But the other thing that I wanted to add just to this, to make this long walk even longer, Nick, when you saw the scooter store commercial, what did you think of?
The overactor.
Exactly. I did too.
We'd watch late night TV in college, and there's always an overactor who would over gesticulate while in a scooter. We memorized it.
Do you want to attempt the impression
from memory from the 90s? Yeah, it was like, well, I knew Liberty Medical could offer me a scooter, but I had no idea that they could offer me one at no additional cost to me. It's something like that.
Okay, here we go. Here it is. Let's see it.
Okay, I haven't seen this since 1997. All right, here we go.
Scooter store guarantee.
I expected they'd help me file some paperwork with Medicare and my insurance. I never expected them to be so nice or to work so hard to get me a power chair at no cost to me.
You don't qualify for Medicare?
Nice work.
Bravo.
Well done.
It's close.
I love
quite there, but
I love that your brain has held on to that all these years, 25 plus years. Your brain was like, don't forget about this.
He even had the hand gestures down.
That's what I remember most, actually. Really I just want to point out that, Joe, your clips today were piss and bloody diarrhea, so you are all bad.
Bring up a good point.
I have I was working on this project since December of reopening a legendary New York video store called Kim's Video at the Alamo Draft House near Wall Street. And there's 50,000 VHS tapes and DVDs that me and a small team were going through, and found a lot of good stuff. But they had one VHS tape for a movie called Body Beat, which was, I think, trying to cash in on like Flashdance and Dirty Dancing and Lambada and all those sort of dance movies. But this was like the preview copy that they would like give to video stores that you weren't supposed to rent, but it was like, here, buy 100 copies of this to rent. It's going to fly off the shelves. So I popped it in one day while going through tapes, and at the beginning of it, they had a pretty good promo. So this is if you owned a video store, this is what you would watch.
It's flashier than Flashdance, sexier than Dirty Dancing, and more fun than Fame. It's Body Beat.
My name is David Bronson.
This academy is going to be a special experience for all of you.
The challenge.
Some of you have no idea what you're going to do with your lives. Well, you're going to learn quick.
The action.
I was just trying to stop it.
I'm gonna kill you. The passion.
I thought she was fair game. She's not. She's mine. She was mine.
Feel the excitement. Opening theatrically September 16th, this red-hot blockbuster is guaranteed to be a sales winner. Here's why. Dance comedy is a top-selling genre. Films like Dirty Dancing, Salsa, Flashdance, and Fame were great renters. Body Beat is the newest in this tradition. Contemporary.
Yeah, they should have put breaking in.
Yeah.
They call this a dance. They said dance comedy is a hot genre. This does not look like a comedy to me, but.
Here's why. Dance comedy is a top-selling genre. Films like Dirty Dancing, Salsa, Flashdance, and Fame were great renters. Body Beat is the newest in this tradition. Contemporary, eye-catching packaging makes Body Beat irresistible to renters and retailers. Merchandising support includes a red-hot 4-color, 4-page brochure.
They described the brochure as red hot. A red-hot 4-page brochure.
Merchandising support includes a red-hot 4-color, 4-page brochure.
With absolutely
a 4-color
no known
poster,
actors.
a life-size, full-color standee with a suggested buy-in of 3 units. And with every twin-pack purchase of Body Beat, Vidmark Entertainment will offer retailers this 6-function quartz dance watch wallet.
Dick Tracy.
Absolutely free. This sensation...
A quartz dance watch wallet.
6 functions.
I want 6 functions. I want one that badly.
That's what James Bond wore in all his movies, didn't he? He had like put his like credit cards in there, and he was able to put his like
fill it with
cash
piss.
and fill it with piss and change and yeah.
Well, he was able to dance that way, yeah.
Standee with a suggested buy-in of 3 units. And with every twin-pack purchase of Body Beat, Vidmark Entertainment will offer retailers this 6-function quartz dance watch wallet, absolutely free. This sensational watch displays time, day, minutes, and seconds, hundredths of seconds,
Displays
and has a stopwatch function, along with a nylon wallet for money and keys. A $14.95 value. The watch will go directly to retailers.
Imagine fishing
no
your keys
distributor
out of
handling
that.
necessary.
Like you get home and you're like trying to open your door and you fish your keys out of the
A killer's chasing you. Come on.
So stock up now on Body Beat and watch your sales take off with another dynamite video chat from Vidmark Entertainment.
Vidmark, you've done it again. So
and again,
little peek,
and
again, a little peek at what video stores got to watch before we saw Body Beat as a rental.
Yeah, that's good stuff. We have Body Beat over there. Somewhere on the shelf. I think that we thought it was like a dance instructional video, but now I'm just learning it's a movie.
Yeah, I don't think we ever watched it, and I still didn't watch it. I'd never made it past the whatever that thing was for.
That's all you need to see. That's all you need to see.
Yeah.
And those are our raviolis.
Show us your raviolis. Show us your raviolis. Show us your raviolis.
Now's the time when we like to dive in and show you some nice things.
Oh, it's been too long, but people send us nice things. We collect our own nice things, obviously. And I wanted to start off with Lee emailed and said, I started playing Forza Horizon 5, which is I've been playing too. It's really fun game. And at the beginning, they ask you to make your own license plate for the car. And I put Boop Fan for mine, of course. But Lee put this, which I thought was cool. Pam Cap.
Pam Cap. Nice. So that's what it'll look like. So
So if we get to $4,500 on Patreon, Joe will get Pam Cap as his vanity plate.
So for those of you who don't know what Pam Cap is, I showed this video put out by some food distributor that showed you how to do magic, and they showed magic using a Pam Cap. Pam the spray, what is it called? Like lubricator? I don't know. Cooking spray.
Yeah.
And it can, you've seen the Pam Cap. It's that big red cap. There's all these magic tricks you can do with a Pam Cap. And so then he kept talking about Pam Cap. So then I talked about getting Pam Cap as my driver's license plate. Nick, or my license plate. Nick, I had an idea for your license plate.
Sure.
And I know you already have Boop Fan as yours, but what about Vegan 69? It would fit. It would fit. And I don't think
that would be even worse.
I bet nobody's taken it. I bet nobody's taken Vegan 69. Would you do it if we get to $4,500?
I'd have to. If we get to $4,500 on Patreon, I would have to do that. If they would allow it.
See,
here's
the thing.
It's a little sexual.
I feel bad. We always ask our audience for money constantly for like movie and production stuff, but this is all good money. This is like money that's going to a good place. Nick is going to give Vegan 69 on his car, and then Greg's going to make that good movie. So give us your money. Just give us all of your money, and we'll make good things with it. Right? Is that
yeah, we're doing really dumb things with your money. I think that's I mean, money's dumb anyway, so why not spend it on something really stupid? So yeah, and we'll have to come up with vanity plates for Steve and George as well.
As long as
all
we're
in
talking,
on this one.
As long as we're talking about the vanity plates, Nick, you had a funny story today that I was on a text thread and that you told everybody. You went in to pick up your car.
Yeah.
And I was in tears.
Yeah, I got a new mechanic, and I have this embarrassing, like when I first got a car in New York, it was a big deal. I hadn't had a car for years. And so I let Joe and our friend JC and some other people weigh in on what the dumbest license plate, vanity plate to get was. And Boop fan was the one that was decided, as if I was a grown male Betty Boop fan. And it has a Betty Boop license plate holder. And so I never think about it unless like I'm stopped at a stoplight and there's some actual cool car next to me and they kind of look over, or if I'm at a mechanic and I already don't know anything about cars. So I'm already, somewhat emasculated there. And then they think they have questions probably in their head about why I have a Betty Boop license plate. And there are questions that I can't answer. And so I got this new mechanic, and it's this guy Mike, and the first thing when I met him, he goes, "Oh, what's your name there?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's Nick Pruitt," because I had to enter my information. He goes, "Ah, Nicky, all right." And I was like, "No, okay."
This guy's like right out of Central Casting, as far as like a Queens mechanic. Yeah, Mikey. Yeah. And he's calling you Nicky, like right off
cross
the bat.
Necklace.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And so I went to pick up my car today, and he goes, "Oh, Nicky, I got to tell you, man, the struts were all rusted out, and the stabilizers, forget about it. We couldn't even get into the stabilizers. I thought I had to go put new ones in, cut the old ones off, man. They these 2007 Toyotas, man. He goes, "Oh, you." So I paid him, and he goes, "All right, thanks, Nicky." He shook my hand like vigorously. He goes, "Now, leave. I'm on Yelp, so leave a review or just call. Let me know how he did." Okay. He goes, "Oh, you Betty Boop fan, by the way?" And I was like, well, my wife is. I'm not married, but I'm like, my wife is. He goes, "Oh yeah, that's cool. That's all right. That's cool. That's all right. All right, see you, Nicky." And he walks out. So
can I call you Nicky?
Give permission to call me? No, I haven't been called Nicky since I was in first grade.
Only Mikey
yeah.
can call him Nicky. Only Mikey can call him Nicky.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah, this guy who I just met has a nickname for me.
Oh man, that's so good. So good. I want to play a nice thing here. That was a nice thing. That was a nice story thing. I want to play. So this is like a top secret. What are you laughing so hard about?
Nice story thing.
Yeah,
that's a new corner.
That's a different corner. Yeah, it's a completely different corner. Next time, try to keep your story things into the right corner.
Okay, sorry.
All right. So this one's top secret. I'm treading lightly with this one because I could get in trouble. This person, let's just say she's from North Carolina. She's a teacher, and she told me about this video class at her school, and I'm trying to choose my words carefully here because this teacher, I don't think the teacher can be fired, but like, I don't know. She was concerned, but she wanted to tell me about this thing. Anyway, so they have this video class, and in the mornings they do their announcements where they say, "Oh, there's a volleyball game tonight. Come to the volleyball game. It's at the gymnasium." Or they'll say like, "Turn in your permission slips for the field trip coming up." And it's all like broadcast. I guess that's how schools are. I haven't been in a school in 30 years, but this is how they do it. They do like these morning announcements with the students actually. And it looks like this actually. This is what it looks like. So it's like two students are on there. It's closed circuit, it's just for the school only. And then in those announcements, they talk about what's for lunch that day. And so this teacher was telling me that they have a graphics person that supplies the graphics for whatever foods are being served that day. And after a while, she started to notice. Nick, you were on this email thread too, so
yeah,
feel free to chime in. But
okay.
So, but she said that the foods after this is the first one that showed up. This is what the first food graphic looked like. And it kind of just, it was just like, wait, what is that? It was like they were having pizza that day or something like that. And that was the graphic that went along with it. Actually. Yeah. And then didn't think anything of it. And then the next week there was this one, which I don't know, it doesn't look that appealing. The hands all over the burger, it's half eaten. And then it was at this point where she started sending them in, where she said, like, all right, she started looking back at old ones and being like, this graphics person, I think, is showing really gross food photos. And she thought, of course, that I would like this. So she started sending them in, and there's so many good ones. Look at them. Look at that one's a sandwich. I feel like there's a message in this one. Do you see that one? A sandwich bitten on a hoagie bitten on the side.
Bitten out of the middle.
In the middle. Yeah. Who does it? And what do those carrots mean? Why is that fork up there? Like,
it's very QAnon. It spells out something. It looks like
I was gonna say Zodiac Killer. I think the Zodiac Killer might still be alive, and it's at this school in North Carolina.
Right.
All right.
Tater tots say where the body is.
Like, that's vomit, right? That's just vomit.
Nachos. Yeah, the game we would play on the text thread is what is the food, and I very rarely got it right.
No, exactly. And but the best thing is that the students would never even notice what the graphic was, so they wouldn't even comment on it. So they'd just be saying like, "Oh, we're having hot dogs for lunch today," but then this would show up, and look on the bottom right. She was saying that she thinks the bottom right. Do you see that? Do you see what I'm seeing here?
Yeah.
That there's some sort of a subliminal message there. George, Steve, you got your ears on? All right. But look at, that's not even food right there. And then there's that's not even food. That's barely food. Those are probably like
so
burritos.
Then we started calling whoever was doing this the master, because we're like, this student is ahead of their time. They made a whole movie about us pranking a news station. So we're like, tipping the hat to whoever this young genius is who's putting these behind these unwitting students hosting a show.
16 years old and just finding these incredibly like gross photos to go on, and the never even bat an eye at it. And I don't think anybody noticed it except for this teacher. Look at that. Look at that filth.
Burnt breadstick, maybe.
More vomit. More vomit. Yeah.
Yeah. Open-faced.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't even know. Some sort of linguine or.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's just, look at that one. That could be something good, but it's so overexposed. The master. It's the master.
The master. As soon as we get a text, we'd be like, "Oh, the master struck again." How could he top himself or she top herself? We didn't know who it was.
Yes. Oh, and just look at just one after the other. It just doesn't end. Like, how can you make sloppy joes look gross? Well, I guess they're kind of easy to make look gross, but like that looks like a really gross sloppy joe.
Yeah.
And then, but I think the master flew too close to the sun with, paper plates. That's never, and a bite taken out. Like, that's never. But the master flew too close to the sun. How can you make a meatball sub look bad? Like, you can't. Like, they figured out a way. The master found a way. But this, what is that even? What is that? Can you even fathom?
I feel like, did we get the answer on that?
I don't think we ever did, because it might not even be food.
I felt like it was tortellini or something weird. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I think this is, there's that, probably breakfast sandwiches. Boy. This is the one. This is the one that was just like, okay, that's
Fangoria.
Well, they're 16. You don't know when to stop. You got to push it too
close to the sun. But yeah, that was the master. So, that master's out there somewhere. We're never going to know who it is, like, he or she's going to be out there somewhere. And
I think they have a bright future ahead of them, or they'll end up in jail. We don't know. You may recall that we had a big toe tapping tournament. Neat Pete, a deserving winner, of course. We all love Neat Pete. And Reese, who is our viewer from Australia, tradition goes that he always sings the winning jingle, and he sent in this on Twitter. And here's Reese.
Put your right foot forward, raise your hand in the air, and bend on over just as far as you dare. Pick up the trash that's under your feet, and keep on shuffling down the street. Do it alone or with a couple. Now you're doing the Neat Pete Shuffle. Pick up the trash that's under your feet, and keep on shuffling down the street. Do it alone or with a couple. Now you're doing the Neat Pete Shuffle. Now you're doing the Neat Pete Shuffle. Now you're doing the Neat Pete Shuffle.
Solid ending. So tradition,
It's official
Bravo
now.
Reese.
It's official at this point. Yes.
Yes.
Neat Pete Shuffle.
Fantastic.
Is the winner. What else we got? Oh, hey, Steve, you recently went to Los Angeles to clear out your storage locker, and I knew there was going to be some nice things in there. Tell us about that. You went out there. You had a storage locker for years that you've been paying money for.
Oh yeah, no, I've had it since over 10 years, and I finally it was absolutely just full of IKEA furniture. Like the amount of money that I paid into it, definitely not worth anything that was in there. But the one thing I tried to hold on to it for was so that I could get my photos back. And let me just tell you, there are definitely some plunkets in there. I'll have to show them at a future. I'm gonna start scanning these in. And
were you shirtless in that one?
Nope, none of the ones that I showed, but there are definitely shirtless ones here.
Right.
And just terrible. A lot of terrible photos. Very much too much touching in the photos a lot, like, and just awkwardness. And the great thing that you don't remember, and this isn't even a plunket, but just showcases it, is the framing. Like when you didn't have digital photos, it's like this much of the photo is of windows. And so there's just some great stuff in here that I will have to.
You are the king of the plunkets. You really were. I think like at the end of Quarantine Classics, like after we did shows your plunkets each week, like you were the king. I think that you reigned supreme. Absolutely. I don't know what it is. Is it that you don't know how to smile when the camera's on?
No, there's a lot of things. It's not just one thing. It's a number of different things that have got to come together to truly make things awkward.
Well, we got to do another
lack of shame, lack of self-awareness, and drunkenness. I think those three all dovetail.
Definitely features in, but
so maybe we should do a show us your plunkets in the coming weeks here. So Melinda's who have garnered some new plunkets over the last several months. We haven't done plunkets in a while. Maybe we should do a plunket segment coming up here now that Steve found all these new plunkets. So
unintentionally unflattering photos of yourself or loved ones. Yeah, send them in.
Terrible photos of yourself and named after Jim Plunkett. I don't even want to explain that, but
no, it's too late.
All right, we'll explain it later. All right.
Summertime is Plunkett time.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. George, do you have any nice things to show off?
Well, sure. You remember at the beginning of the George Brazil video. Okay, so what we pointed out before was that
of course I remember that.
They used this footage from Pond 5. They didn't even film. I mean, they were filming heating people working anyway, but they took from a stock footage house called Pond 5, and that's, if you're unaware, like say somebody like Steve is putting a show together and they don't want to pay to get a certain amount, some sort of specific shot. They'll go to a company like Pond 5 or Getty Images or something, and they will go in and type something in, and they'll get a bunch of videos and
blood-soaked nightgown, for example. You could
So I was on there. I started by typing "hello Melinda" and got a bunch of Melinda Gates things. So I put in "well hello" and found a guy waving, and I wanted to see when you find one piece of stock footage, you see all of the footage that is made by that stock footage house. And so I found this one Ghost Frame Media in Romania. All of their footage is of this guy here. So I have a few of them. And what's also great is that they had normal titles when they started this place, but they realized for search engine optimization, it's all just, the titles are all keywords. So you have a video such as this one is called "Negative Medication Advice from a Pharmacist Making No Finger Sign and Not Nod." Okay, you ready?
I need that footage.
Okay.
Yep.
No sound, of course. No
negative.
that's no finger sign right there, and not nod. Mm-hmm. You saw not nod. Okay.
Not.
So that's the sort of thing you can find. But the incredible thing is they're all of this guy. Like, for instance, this video, which is called "Kiwi Best Vegan Diet Recommended Farmer Happy OK Sign Good Exotic Tropical Fruit." you get something like this.
Vegan 69.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, and the Pond 5 is on there because I didn't pay, just like George Brazil,
right.
They didn't pay to get the footage.
The watermark, right?
Yes.
And So there's just so much, so many nice things. Whether it's whether you want to see something like this one is called Bodyguard Person Relaxing Park. Bodyguard person.
Relaxing park. There he is.
Taking a breather from Bodyguard.
And just this is my favorite. I think this is farmer rancher in a mountain farmland taking a working break for eating lunch. Okay. No, but what I love about this is how much he struggles biting into the sandwich.
Oh, great.
Well, it's not that difficult.
I don't know what kind of meat's in there, but but I need that stock footage. And I'm pretty sure this guy who's in this, it's his company, because there was one called Handsome Man, Bench Sitting, Read Newspaper, City Center, Sidewalk, Crowded Traffic. And guess who's in it? It's that guy. So I'm guessing Handsome Man, you know, he's
that
fine.
might be my mechanic.
Yeah.
Nicky! All right, pal. All right.
Anyhow, but I'm putting together a commercial for next week using only footage from this guy's stock footage.
His Pond 5, yeah. A commercial for Pond 5 or a commercial for something else?
For something else.
Okay.
Okay.
Here's another mission, George. Let me just throw it out there. You find the guy and
find out what's in the sandwich.
No. So that we can submit ideas for things that he can do. You know what I mean?
Keywords.
Keywords that he can do that nobody else has ever done before.
Like man with green legs wearing Eurofeet, you know, and then have him
very popular in the United States.
Very popular search engine.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Basketball murderer. It's like a guy with a basketball holding onto a knife, you know, a bloody
handsome
knife.
Basketball murderer.
Yes. Handsome basketball.
Wearing suit.
Yes, wearing suit. Yes. Okay.
When I was working on my last show, we needed photos of Bonkers candy. So I used Nick's game as the backdrop for it. So I made my own B-roll, and Nick's game was the background for it. I'll show that.
You were the handsome man. Yeah.
Nice. How
my
much?
Dream, of course, the Dream Master.
Yeah. How much did Steve pay you in the production that went on national television? How much did he pay you?
Still waiting.
Yeah, still waiting for that paycheck. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Still waiting.
You and me both.
And after we give them all this free airtime every week too, I just don't. Yeah.
Unfair.
So we get into some Melinda mixes for nice things. I think.
Don't we have any more? Nice things. Oh.
I think we're running a little long. So.
Yeah, we're running long. Let's get into some Melinda mixes then.
We'll save the other nice things. Yeah.
All right.
So you're gonna play the original commercial and then the remixes, right?
Yeah. So so here's what we do. We need a graphic for Melinda mixes, but so there's a commercial in Madison, Wisconsin for Jim's Coins and in Hilldale Mall. Jim's Coins in Hilldale. That's their jingle, and I put it out to the Melinda mixers to write a song around it. And here's how the song actually goes. Here's how the actual commercial goes.
Jim's Coins in Hilldale.
Gold is up. Buying and selling. Top prices for gold, silver, coins, jewelry, and more. Honest, professional, and locally owned for 21 years. Cash in today at
Jim's Coins in Hilldale.
Madison.
And they just look like they're all held hostage there. They all look kind of miserable. There's one guy smiling, I think, but everybody else is like, I don't know.
It's the hostage taker.
And I always feel like they're the ones singing it too. You know?
Yeah.
Don't you always feel like they're
sound
the
like
ones
professional jingle?
So we put it out to the Melinda mixers to remix that and to find a catchier toe tapping jingle. And oh boy, they came flooding back. And we played a few. Was it last week? A couple weeks ago? I don't even know.
A couple weeks ago, yeah.
But we got one in from Jeff and Mari or Mary. It's Mari or Mary from Portland. We met them. Jeff was his claim to fame is that he did the "Welcome to IMG" song that opens up IMGs. That's what Jeff. Yeah, so Jeff and Mari or Mary did one called Jim's Coins in Hell.
Jewelry and more. Gold is up.
selling for Jim. Sign for all my days. May the blood flow and drop from this vessel as coin.
That's a cool one. That's a cool. We got to show those to the staff at Jim's Coins. You know, I'm going to be in Wisconsin next week, I think, and maybe I'll go. Maybe I'll go to Jim's Coins, and I don't know. It's weird to show them like on the phone, but can I tell you my idea? So we got so many submissions for these remixes, these Melinda remixes of Jim's Coins, that I'm thinking we have a contest. We have a real life Wisconsin person come on the show, and they will judge all the remixes, and the winner, whoever the judge decides is the winner, will win a free coin from Jim's.
That's a good prize. That's a good prize.
I think so. So I'm going to be in Madison, so maybe I'll pick up a coin at Jim's. Okay. That can be the prize. Maybe I'll talk to them. Maybe we can have somebody from Jim's Coins be the judge. I don't know. There's something.
I was there. I went past it, but it was closed when I went there. It was like they must have closed up shop. But I saw that they have like bulletproof glass between where the merchandise is and where the employees are. Oh. So it's going to be like, even imagine showing them that through the bulletproof glass.
They'll be like, I can't hear it. Yeah.
I got another one that I don't know. I mean, all these have been great. This one is amazing. It's an epic. It's by a guy who calls himself Van Hammer, and it's called Before the Heist at Jim's Coins Hilldale.
Before the heist.
Gold is up. Buying and selling. Top prices for gold, silver, coins, jewelry, and more. Honest, professional, and locally owned for 21 years.
Yes.
The heist is about to happen.
Oh, yes. Good build.
Yeah.
Inside job.
It was an inside job. It's the guy on the way right. I think it's the guy on the way right.
The smiling one?
Okay. All right. Why is he smiling?
Have your homework. Go to town.
Forks. Maybe it was him. Or him. This is a real whodunit.
I think that guy looks like a young Steve Young from Bathtubs Over Broadway.
Which one?
The one right over his shoulder.
Over Jim's shoulder?
Yeah, that one right there.
I like that we all think that that's Jim.
Yeah. We assume he is. He's in the middle.
Yeah. We won't tell Steve Young that you said that. Steve. Good. Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, Van Hammer could very well win that coin from Jim's Coins.
Yeah. I will say that's the most I've ever spent editing something, was putting the video to that today. And
that was your edit?
It was fun.
That was a fantastic edit.
It's just when you only have like 10 seconds of footage to work with, you got to get creative with what you do with it for a 2.5 minute song that Van Hammer put together. So
you know what, you made up for never having shown a flying window in your lifetime. With that edit alone, you made up for it. So for never having shown a flying window in your lifetime, leaving it all 20. All right, well, there's one more here. Yeah, no problem. Okay, so Evan, regular Melinda mixer, sent in something 2 weeks ago, and Evan's the one who can play the Moog. And Evan was the judge on our toe tapping tournament too. And he made this cool song, and he wrote a rap to it, but Sarah, his wife, didn't like it, and so he retooled it, and he sent it to Bob from Hall, who's another great Melinda mixer. And then they collaborated to make the rap work. And then they found something, and I think Sarah has to be happy with this, because this is a Jim's Coins in Hilldale rap, and it's really good. Listen closely.
I got a day off, you know what's in my head. Errands to run, shit to buy, wanna spend some bread. Jim's Coins in Hilldale. It's a partially enclosed shopping mall, left and center on the west side of Madison, Wisconsin, just across from the management office. Jim's Coins in Hilldale. Spend 2 G's on commemorative silver, receive a free vasectomy, adjust my trajectory, past anthropology, talk to Jimmy, yes, and sad. Jim's Coins in Hilldale.
Kind of like an early like Tribe Called Quest kind of vibe to it.
Yeah, jazzy, a little jazzy. Check the rhyme.
Yeah. And Evan was telling me that he had a whole thing about how, like, if you went to Jim's Coins and you bought a coin, you'd get a free vasectomy with every coin that you bought. And so that was his idea for the rap. And I think that maybe that's why Sarah didn't really like it, because it's kind of it's an out there idea. And but then Bob from Hall kind of reined him in a little bit, and it was just like, you know, you can get a vasectomy at Jim's Coins. He just said it as a line, and I think that they work together. So again,
I like the attention to detail, because I mentioned when I was there, it is right across from the management office, and he included that in the rap, that it's like down in a weird basement area of the management office.
I wondered what that meant, because I didn't remember you talking about that. Okay.
It's not a prominent storefront. It's just like you have to go where like the management offices are. There's Jim's Coins down there in the basement. So
all right. I know we have some more remixes coming in, and they're all going to be good. And so I think that we have to do a special like Jim's Coins remix a-thon or competition or something. We'll have a real life person from. Maybe we'll have Jim. Let's try to get Jim. He looks kind of humorless.
We'll try to get him.
He does. He doesn't have a lot of time for our bullshit, but we'll ask him. Yeah. I'll ask him when I go.
All right, we'll see if Jim could be our celebrity judge.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're all fine. Well, let's make some announcements and get out of here.
I don't know. I like Van Hammers. I like Van Hammers the best, I gotta say.
I don't have much of an opinion. Saturday morning cartoons are we got Laser Tag Academy. This was a real treat. We were watching this with Caitlin. That's a fun one.
That's good. Yeah, that's a real fun one. I gotta say, Mark from Denver put together a Wordle for all of us. Wordle is sweeping the nation right now. I play it daily. My parents play it daily and text me updates about it daily. And and it's all the rage right now. Mark from Denver put together a Wordle. I guess you can create your own Wordles on this website, and made one for me, for Nick, for George, and Steve. And I've never gotten a Wordle right on one, but I got mine right on one. So it's a 5-letter word. You have to guess what the word is. It's a fun game. I like it. I do like it. And I haven't played Nick's yet, but I think I know what it is. I'm guessing I know what
I thought I knew it. Nick's was. It was wrong, but I got George's right in the first try.
Oh, really? How many did it take you to get Nick's?
I still have not gotten it yet.
Did you get yours done on the right?
I did mine first, and it took me a while to get mine.
Okay.
Way too long.
Okay.
But then once I thought I had to figure.
I haven't tried any of them yet. But we're putting this up on our Patreon. If you
it's for free. It's for free. Yeah. No, for everybody. Yeah. It's for everybody. Just go to our Patreon and it'll be up there for free. It's all 4 of us. So, but I only did mine, and I was like Yeah, I think I know what the 5-letter word is here that describes me, and I got it right. So, did you get?
I have a good. I have a good guess for yours.
Yeah, I have a good guess for Nick's. Definitely go George's.
I got them all. I got them all in the first try.
Did you really? Wow. I gotta do these.
I think you will too.
I'm wondering what Steve's is going to be. I don't know Steve's. I don't. Steve, you said Steve, you said it took you a few turns, right, until you got it.
Yes, because Plunkett didn't fit first. So I tried Plunkett first, and then I was like, "Oh, that's too many letters."
Yeah.
But then I didn't. I was kind of lost after that. And then once I realized it, then I kind of got it.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna hop on after that. All right. So yeah, go to our Patreon.
Thumb didn't fit.
Festival. What?
Then Thumb, I think, was my second guess. That didn't work.
Don't give anything away.
Don't give it away.
Right. Don't give anything away.
Let the viewers try it.
I thought Thumb would have been it for sure. Yeah.
I think I know. EP mode, we're watching Clown Ministry, the second part of an incredible training video for clown ministers, how to start a ministry using clowning. On this one, they talk about how to do it in the street, like if you're on a park bench, or at a mall, or in your church. So some handy tips for all you.
That was a fun
aspiring
one.
church
Lots
clowns.
of laughs and like lots of good Nick information on there about his grandparents who also loved clowns. We got to the bottom
even
of
more
why,
in part 2.
We got to the bottom of why Nick loves clowns so much. All right, and then let's see. Lastly, we got the Songathon on Friday the 13th, May
coming up.
May 13th, Friday the 13th, and Tim, who supplies me with all of the Songer stuff, the two sides of Daniel Songer, has already made bingo cards for it. You got to see these. Look at this. Look at the detail. There's like 5 of these. It's just like says punchline 3+ times, 360-degree spin, actual coherent joke. Sometimes this actual coherent joke happens. Removes shirt, not wearing socks.
I like Spank's self. Simple, but you know what you're getting into.
I like woman in story is beautiful. Promotes own book. God awful pun. I mean, we're gonna have. There's so much stuff here. It's gonna be so much fun on Friday the 13th on May. What are we doing that on Twitch? Is that what we're gonna do?
Twitch.
Yeah, we'll do it on Twitch. We'll do it all live so you can watch us suffer in person. So. All right. Whew. What a marathon show. Jesus Christ.
It is an epic one.
Boy,
what do you got going out?
More Bob from Hull. Another.
Fantastic.
An all-star Melinda mixer. Made this video, sent it to me in January. And, I don't know. People send us a lot of emails and they just stack up. And sorry if we don't respond to all of them, but we try to. But Bob sent me this in January and I just discovered it recently. It's called, what is it called? VCR Party Dreams, and pay attention to the lyrics. I feel like this could be the song that we go out on every single week because it's that good. So here's the thing. If we had been prepared for this episode, we could have done better.
We'll be right back right after that.
Please support the Melindas that support us, and please support Bad Brain, Greg's movie. Everyone's a puppet when they're dead.
That was beautiful, Precious.
When we return, Dr. Sellner will complete the bunion surgery.
Yes, those are his pajamas he's wearing.
All right, I gotta go.
That's all. That's it.
Let me see that one.
Rocks are done. Gotta sleep. Bye.
That's it. That it done.
We did our best. If we'd been prepared, we could have done better.
What do you think about Bibra?
About what?
Mine not there for yuck anymore.
Ooh.
That's all I'm doing.
Cheerio.
Have a good day.
Sizzler.
Tinkerbell!
We'll be right back right after that.
And Kurt Polstead, the real great guy.
Nice.
Goodbye.
Jim's Coins in Hilldale.